Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the game Puppet Master, the game. And today we're going to be talking about the puppet Jester. And I want to tell you that for me, Jester is a very fun puppet to play. It's one of my favorite puppets to play. It has a multitude of abilities. We're going to be looking at those abilities shortly. But I like just the art style. I just like the mechanics of how the puppet moves in the game. But let's look at the actual abilities. The knife. You slice and dice your prey by using the knife's primary and secondary attacks. We'll look at that when we get in the game. That's melee combat. You got to be up close to do it. Very good thing to have in the toolbox. And when I talk about toolbox, meaning all the abilities. So all these abilities is part of the toolbox of what you can do with this puppet. I love the throwing dart. Now the throwing dart doesn't really do much damage. I've tested it. It's not as robust as the six shooter or the leech woman's spit. The dart primarily for me is it tags the human thief so that the other puppets around me can see it. It harasses your prey from a distance by throwing a sharp dart at them. Each hit does minor damage. It's minor. Believe me, it's minor. And exposes their location to other puppets. So you throw the dart, you hit, then the other puppets on your team will see you've made that hit. It's a great way of tagging the puppet. I like using it from a distance when I don't want to get close right off the bat. I'll wait for somebody to be kicked, and then I'll know that's on cooldown, so I'll move up and do some cutting, and then move out, go back to the dart, just in case the agent or the thief runs away, then at least we can follow them before the tag. It doesn't last that long. So I might throw a dart, it might be 7 seconds, 8 seconds, where we have a window where we'll see the human, and then the effect doesn't last any longer. So you have to reapply it with a dart. This one here, this elixir, seems to be very overlooked by the player base. Because if you use this ability with Pinhead, you go into God mode. And let's read at what this is. A shot of a secret formula with the will heal other puppets by 100 health. Must be in range. You've got 3 charges. I see puppets or people that play this puppet and they don't use this ability at all. And I'm like thinking to myself, are you out of your mind? That's like giving a free respawn, but you're there next to the agent. So when you're playing this character, this is like one of the most powerful abilities you have. I mean, come on. It's like, and I see so many people play this puppet and never use the ability. So, for example, I will stay at a distance with my dart and do the tagging and do minor damage, but then I got Pinhead rolls in, and Pinhead's doing his thing, he's doing his grunt thing, his tanky thing, and he's kicking the crap out of the agent, and then you see Pinhead start taking damage. Well, it's your job playing Jester to go up and give him one of those inoculations or the elixir, and he gets all his hit points back. And the thing with Pinhead, and we'll get to that puppet later in another video, he's got some really beefy abilities. So even if you're just there to juice him up, that's great. Also the other puppets too. When you see somebody aggressively playing Blade and Blade's getting kicked around, then you go in and you juice them. You know, it's a timing thing, but don't waste a juice on this much hit points. Wait for the person to get down, because this is going to replenish 100 points. So wait for the puppets to go down in hit points, and then run up and get them. Run up and get them. At least use all 3 charges before you die with this puppet. I mean, it's such a waste when I see people running this puppet and they're not healing other puppets, because you can really do some devastating damage to the agent, the human, right off the bat with having the Jester in your party, because that Jester can just basically give somebody another life, basically a full hit point boost, and they can do it up to 3 times while you're using the puppet. So if you end up dying with this puppet and going into another puppet and then getting back to this puppet later in the game, you'll get 3 of those charges back. So it's every time you go to use the puppet. So let's go to the next one. So dodge. Now this ability is really good. It's a timing thing. You're invincible for 2 seconds. Anytime that I'm playing and the agent's running by me, I'll use it. I'll also use it when I go in for a melee attack. Then I'll pop it and get out, because normally the agent will try kicking you during that window. So I attack, I use it quickly, and then even if he kicks me, I'm invincible, you know, so he's not going to knock me down or do any damage to me. This is a real good ability. It's got some timing to it, so you want to make sure that you're using it in the appropriate scenarios. And then Party Pooper. You press this ability button to place a party. Oh, pod! I say pooper. It's a popper. It's a party popper. And you place the popper on the ground, and when it's triggered, will knock out and reveal your prey. So what I end up doing mostly with this is putting it in doorways, because you can have multiple ones on the map. So anytime it's available, I'll throw it in a doorway. So at least when the agent comes running through, he's going to get knocked down and it's going to reveal his location to everybody. I also use it when the agent is about to get up. You know, basically he's down and people have been doing damage, and you kind of like, oh, he's about to get up. I'll run in there and drop one of these party poppers right down on them. I do the same with the rope for the 6-shooter, and this way it gives you some more time to work on the agent before they get up the run again. So it can be used as a aggressive weapon, just dropping it. You could be face to face with the agent and just drop it down just to get him to fall to the ground, just to delay him. Or you can strategically put it in doorways so that when the agent is running around the map, the agent will trigger it, slow the agent down. Everybody knows where the agent is. So those are the abilities. Let's get into the game. That little intro is longer than my other videos, because this puppet has a lot of abilities. I like the art style of this puppet. Okay, so let's look at this. So you've got the attack, left mouse button, and then you've got the downward attack, right mouse button. So it's similar to the leech woman. All right. And then you can use your middle mouse button to just scroll through the weapon options, or you can go through 1, 2, 3 on the keyboard. So let's go to the dart. Now I noticed with the dart, now let's go in here, and this is something you use the F, hold the F down to go through the door. So the dart, I don't think, does enough damage to knock grates down. I'm just going to do this here. Oh, it does. Okay, it does. Okay. So in the past, I've always thought that the dart didn't do enough damage to get the grates to collapse. But I was wrong, and I just proved that I was wrong. So yes, the dart will. And the jump with the Jester is really neat. I think it's so cool, the floating effect. Oh, I'm the Jester. And as you probably are aware, this is really a support. Oh, don't kill me. This is really a support class. I mean, I guess I am doing some damage. All right, so I'm going to go to my weapon, and I'm just going to run up here. Oh, see if I can do some melee damage. Oh man, I timed that totally wrong. I should have used my... So what I did is I dropped that the popper, the party popper on him. Oh, I was just about to jump on him. Where'd you go? See, I can't use the juice on myself, so I can't heal myself with it. You meanie. You meanie. Don't be shooting a gun at me. The potty popper does have a slow cooldown, as you noticed. Oh, I just got kicked. Tarkus should have, I'm going to go back in there. I should have tried to stay away from him longer, because when you get down in hit points, you don't got anybody to heal you. You just, your time is numbered. So you can see where I just died. Oh, poor puppet. That's where I died last. So the thing is where is the agent? I do love how fast this guy runs too. There he is. Oh, really, Targus? Oh man, I guess I got too close again. Yeah, try to hit me while I'm flying. Oh, try to hit me while I'm flying. Try to hit me while you're flying. Oh, try to get me. Try to get me. Oh, you are bad at this. You're bad at this, human. You're bad. You gotta do better. Just do better. Just do better. I do enjoy playing this puppet. So it just knocks him down. I just enjoy just the craziness. And this is that is the dodge. It's quick though. See, you can stack. Well, I said you could stack it. I come around that corner, so you can really. That's the dodge is amazingly quick. So if you're good at timing attacks, getting in, attacking with the melee weapon, and dodging during that execution of the melee weapon, you could really do some hurt to some. I say it's a support character, but you can really do some hurt. See, so what I'm doing is I'm just using. So I'm dodging while I'm attacking. See, I'm double dip. I'm pretty much invulnerable. Come on, really? See, I'm just stacking the. All right, where'd you go? Yeah, it's a powerful combo. Just powerful. It's a very powerful combo. So the puppet, I would recommend, if you're going to play the game, I would recommend trying this puppet try to make it your primary puppet, or try to make it your secondary puppet. If you can effectively play the puppet, if you can use the abilities, all the toolbox, I think you'll have as much fun play as I do with the puppet. Jester is my second choice, and I'm going to be doing a video on the 6-shooter next. 6-shooter is my primary choice. I just enjoy playing that, but if he's not available, the Jester is my next option. I love what this puppet has in its toolbox. It's got so many abilities and so many facets of you can play with this puppet, that as team play, he's just OP, especially if you pair him with Pinhead. If you've got a friend that's playing Pinhead and you're playing the style that I just did, with twirling around and attacking, twirling around and attacking, throwing the dart in, and then watch Pinhead do his thing and wait for Pinhead to get down in health, juice Pinhead back up, go back into your rotation of dropping the party popper to spinning and avoiding attacks and attacking with the melee, backing up and hitting with the dart. If you can get that dance going on with Pinhead, then you're talking the game is done in 4 minutes. It's just crazy how effective that is. And you get somebody on your team with Torch, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy mode. There's been games where we've gone in, and the agent got up, and immediately they got up, they went right back down again. And it was just a matter of just a few. I think the loading screen of the game took longer than us killing the agent. It wasn't a human agent. It was the bot agent. But it was like, oh my goodness, pairing these puppets together and using their abilities together is just devastating. And if you're good at it, then the game is really enjoyable, and you get a lot of quick experience, and winning games gives you the most experience. You get the most. The game ends, and they give you an experience. And if you don't win, or you get reduced experience, I think it used to be you got no experience if you lost, but I think they give you a little bit of experience now, even if you lose. It's a really fun game, and if you're looking at a fun puppet to play, Jester should be your choice. All right, well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.